Off and running. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Snowmageddon or something like that. 2026. I don't know where you are, but where I'm at, mm, it stopped snowing about 3 hours ago and turned to sleet and freezing rain. So, uh, probably gonna be pretty nasty. But there's also a fire going right beside me. Valerie got up real early this morning and made a fire, so she didn't get up real early to make a fire, but we're all good. Hope you are too. And wanted to take a couple minutes this morning and just kind of connect with you, let you know what's planned out so far and what we'll kind of take it as it comes. But anyway, so that's kind of the plan here. And got just a little thought from uh, Life of Jacob. Uh, that I'll give you here in just a second, but I won't get too much of it because it may turn into a sermon at some point, and I don't want to steal my thunder. So don't need anybody coming up to me later and saying, "Hey, we already heard you talk about that." So I'll save more of it. But anyway, let me just run in with a couple things here, give you an idea. Obviously today we're all home and but everything that you might need is going to be on Church Connect. So if you've got Church Connect, you'll find a lot of the stuff there um, that I'm going to getting ready to talk about, announcements, all that type of thing. Uh, we didn't have anything scheduled that needed to be rescheduled for today, except maybe a children's workers meeting, and Valerie will send something out later, and we'll get another date put on for that. So just stay tuned with that. We'll find something that works for everybody. We'll get that rescheduled. But in the meantime, just running through a couple things here. Don't forget our missions focus for the week is the Carrier family. They're in Chile, and Stephen and Leslie have been doing a great job with that church start, and the Lord's using them in a big way. So I'm sure there will be a update in the partners group, EB Cares partners group, where you can go on and comment and let the carriers know that you're praying for them. Send them a good message. Let them know that you appreciate what they're doing for the Lord. Build them up, encourage them. Let them know you're praying for them. It'll go a long, long way. Uh, and if you don't have access to that group, Miss Cheryl Hughes can get you in there where you can see all that. So if you need her number, you can send something to me, send something to Valerie. We'll make sure we get you connected with her. But she can get you put in that group, and that way you can stay up to date and connect with the missionaries directly, and um, have a big part in encouraging them. So stay tuned for that. This is normally where I say if you'd like to participate in today's offering, you can do so in the box on the back. But the box in the back is under a bunch of snow. Not because snow's in the building, but none of us are there. That's what I'm trying to say. So because of that, if you would like to contribute today, and you're planning to give today, all that can go into Church Connect. So in Church Connect, there's a spot for give, and you can give. You can do a one time. You can do recurring. All of that is there in Church Connect. If you need any help, let me know. I can help you with it. But yeah, if you want to participate in today's offering, you can do so. Church Connect would be the place to do that for today. As far as the schedule for this week, we're gonna have to wait and see a little bit. I know everything I've seen so far is this gets really cold and stays really cold for the entire week. So maybe if stuff does melt through the day, we may have to pull Tuesday discipleship, but I'll reach out to everybody and let everybody know what the plan is for Tuesday. As of right now, Tuesday, Wednesday will be on. No problems there, but If we need to make an adjustment, we'll do that, and I'll let everybody know when it's time. Um, I hope everybody got a chance to check out the first episode of the Good Questions podcast. The second one is now up as well on the church YouTube page, so you can catch that. Isaac's been working hard at trying to make us three look like we're smarter than we actually are. So it takes a lot of editing to make that happen. But Isaac's been doing a good job getting it all set up and ready to go. And so the second episode is now there as well. There might be a post on some of the other social media about that today. Just letting everybody know it's there. Um, so anyway, there's that. But I'll also say that we need some more questions. So in Church Connect, there's a card for the Good Questions podcast, and you can put questions in there. So if something you want us to try to tackle and answer, send it over through the Church Connect app. We'll all get an email with it. We'll get it in the pipeline, and we'll get it answered for you. So send those questions over, and we'll get that moving for you there. Lord willing, next Sunday we'll have our next Missions Bank offering as we love on care for our missionaries. All of that will be next Sunday. We'll have that. A couple other things that are going on. Ignite is having a volunteer training, but also folks that are interested in volunteering. And as a church family, we've had such a good opportunity to partner with Ignite and what they're doing that I was talking a little bit with Miss Sharon this week, and they need hands, they need help. And this would be a good opportunity for us as a church family. So if you've been looking for something to get involved with, Ignite might be that place for you. There's going to be more informational, but also can get you signed up and connected with some things. So don't hesitate. Ask some questions if you need them. But that training is going to be February 12th, from 12 to 2 at the church. From February 12th, 12 to 2 at the church. And so you can sign up. They'll have some light refreshments there. Ignite will be the group that's putting that on. But I think it's a great opportunity for us as a church family to help them and have a big part in what they're doing. So if you want to get involved with them, lots of different areas come for that. You can get a lot of information on that front. And then the last thing I've got for you is the girls' tea party is going to be February 13th at the church at 5:30. And Valerie is on the other side of the camera right now, sitting in a chair. So she's gonna shake it if I'm saying anything wrong, but she's shaking her head yes. So we're in good on that. Ages 4 to 13 for that. You can register on Church Connect. So the girls, the moms are welcome. Valerie, I would imagine grandmothers are welcome too. Yes. Okay. So that'll be a special time, the 13th at 5:30 at the church. You can register on Church Connect. I would imagine there's a card already on Church Connect for folks to sign up on. Okay. See, I don't even know what's going on. They just got it all taken care of. And don't forget, if you want to invite some folks, fill it up. Since we're having it at the church, we'll have plenty of room. Of course, I say that, and the people that are planning are like, "Well, what is he talking about? Why is he?" No, they say fill it up. All right. So you know what that means. No guys. Guys don't show up. But ladies, come on, bring those little girls. It'll be a good time. And I know there's a lot of good stuff that's going into it. So it'll be good. So how I'm doing this, I can see different things across the different platforms. So Miss Cheryl, I see you, Tiffany, Rachel's on here, Sherry Messick's on here. Oh man, I could get in a lot of trouble mentioning names and all that. So, um, oh yeah, I see the comments and all that. Wow, that's pretty handy. Never know what you're gonna get. They don't normally let me on the side of the camera where you can see all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Usually, this is where I get a message from like the kids or whoever's been working in the media booth that says something like, uh, "Hey, did you see such and such commented, or did you see this or that?" So, um, but oh yeah, we can do shout outs and all that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, technology these days. Look at me over here being this old man who didn't pay attention to it, but look at that. Okay, so I think that takes care of what's going on, things I need to touch on for that. I want to say this: if I mean, I know things are still pretty fresh out there right now. If you get in a bind and you need something, you know, somebody was trying to order uh, pepperoni pizzas and beef stew last night, and I don't know that we're gonna be able to get Eric Hughes a pepperoni pizza or a beef stew today. But I'd probably do it for Miss Cheryl, but I don't know if I'd do it for Eric. Just leave that out there. Um, so in the name of clarity, if you need something today and you're stuck, you're in a bind, you need something, let us know. We'd love to help you out. I've already got a couple of guys that have said we've got big trucks and four-wheel drives and we can bring stuff to people if it's needed. Um, so like firewood, I've heard firewood. If you get stuck and you need to get somewhere, we'll help you out with whatever you need. So don't hesitate to reach out on that. I'm sorry. Branches, yeah, something falls. If you're stuck, like you need somebody to come shovel. There's all kind of strong backs and weak minds in our church family. I mean, mostly the kids, the boys. All right. I'm not talking about the folks with any kind of gray or anything like that. But so anyway, we will be happy to help you out if you need something. So especially some of this ice that is already starting to come down around our place. We've had that for a while. Um, that trees and limbs and all that's going to be probably a problem as the day goes on. So you need it. You need somebody to come help you. Let us know. We'll get out there and we'll get you some hands to help do it. There's a bunch of other people in here. Cam's there, Sonny, Amy. And this is cool. See, this is why I can't look at this when I was preaching because I wouldn't have a single thought that I could get through. And you're probably like, well, you don't get through a thought, but yeah, that's par for the course, I guess. And you know what Valerie has to deal with. So anyway, reach out, let us know. We'll be happy to help you with what's going on and get some of that cared for. Okay. Um, so today at 10:30 on Facebook and YouTube will be a bit of a rebroadcast. It's a mesh. We've got a portion of the worship service from a few weeks back, where uh, it has been put into one with a sermon from, I think it was back in probably 2023. So when you look at it, it's you'll see it's the old auditorium setup, but it's a sermon on the sovereignty of God, that's tied in with that. So if you're watching it and it looks normal and then it flips, it's we just combined a couple of different things, so everybody could have it. But that sermon deals with a lot of the terms that go into thinking about the sovereignty of God, what it means to be predestined and elect and called and all the chosen, all that kind of stuff. But uh, try to tie it all in to see it from the Lord's perspective, and help us out there. So that'll go live. That'll go up at 10:30 on Facebook and YouTube. So you can see that. Miss Allison's talking about having a post ready for the podcast, the next episode of the podcast. But it is out already, so you can catch that today. So just lots of different ways to connect with getting your family in the Word. today through the church, even though we're not meeting in person. We are able to do some of this on a one time basis. Um, so we'll see where we'll see where some of that goes. But wanted to let you guys know that. So 10:30, keep an eye out, and you can have a part in all of that. Okay. All right. I want to just as a thought and something I've been reading. I was reading this week in Genesis, and as I was reading, working through the story of Jacob, and when Jacob goes to Laban, and you know the story, Jacob and Laban. Um, Jacob goes, serves there for Rachel, um, then but ends up Laban switches, and there's a whole lot. So I won't get into the context in there. But Jacob ends up serving Laban for 20 years, and in that 20 years, God begins to really prosper Jacob and has blessed him in a big way. And it's time for Jacob to move on. But Jacob is afraid of what Laban is going to do to him if he moves on, and the things he's going to take away from him. So, what's he going to take? His children, Rachel and Leah, cattle, possessions, all kind of things. So, Jacob's afraid uh, when he leaves Laban. But so part of that's just Jacob's character. Um, he's a guy who has been doing it on his own, he thinks, and making things happen and forcing it, and just causing it to be his way. And you see that all throughout the story with him. But here's what he didn't know. Genesis 31:24. It says, and God came to Laban, the Syrian, in a dream by night, and said unto him, take heed that thou speak not to Jacob either good or bad. Now, why is that significant? Well, Jacob's trying to leave and trying to go off and kind of get his life going and move towards some things that God's going to do. But Jacob thinks he acts like he's doing it on his own. That it's all him, and he's got to force his way and make his way for all these things to happen. But here's what he missed. He missed that God was already at work. And you know, when things get uncertain and, we get out of routines and maybe struggles come up and we're not sure what we're going to do, we know we're also prone to taking it in our own hands, make it work, cause it to be what we want it to be, thinking that we've got some measure of control. We don't have control. We're really just borrowing from troubles that are not ours to bear. Um, so story continues, and Jacob, Laban comes after him and catches up to him and accuses Jacob of stealing and these type of things. And Jacob gives an answer. And in verse 31, same chapter, Genesis 31, Jacob answered and said to Laban, because I was afraid. Um, and said, peradventure thou wouldest take by force thy daughters from me. Um, Jacob made a habit of working the system. He made a habit of uh, finagling situations and handling things in true and ethical and right ways wasn't necessarily the top of the list. And his really kind of leaning on self and his own ideas and his own way is what gets him in trouble. And he really just confesses it here when he says in verse 31, because I was afraid. Because I was afraid. Why are you acting like this? Why are you trying to run off under the cover of night? Why are you trying to do all these things, Jacob? Because he was afraid. And it really kind of stands out when you go back in verse 24, when you see that God's already done some talking to Laban. Um, and the thought is this morning, no matter what you got going on in life, we can get wrapped up in the worry and the fears of what's happening with this and how this is going to work out and what's going to happen there. Um, but just remember, God's already talking uh, in that sense. Like he's already handled it. He's already got a path. His will is going to be made known. It's all for his glory. And because of that, we can not fear, right? We can trust in the Lord with all our heart. We can lean not on our own understanding and our ways. We can acknowledge in Him, and He will direct our path. That's our department, I guess you could say, in this. But a really telling sign of us leaning on our own strength and our own ideas in situations is when fear starts to dominate our thinking. Um, Look, it's not ours to worry about. God's going to take care of it. And so we trust on Him. We trust His word. He's proven Himself faithful. At that point of Jacob's life, he had not learned that lesson yet. Thankfully, he's going to. By God's grace, he'll learn it. God's been gracious to you and I to teach us some lessons through the years, um, built out of grace. Because of that, let's not let fear or worry drive the vehicle here. Let's let our trust in God that He's already working on our good, for our good, on our behalf, and let that keep us from taking a lot of things in our own power and making it happen. So, anyway, interesting story. I think Jacob kind of tells on himself and reveals where his heart's at and his fear. But he needed to be reminded that God was already working on his behalf. So, read some more of that story. Might be good, and love to hear from you if you get some thoughts and all that out of it. Love to hear from you some more, and we can talk about it. But anyway, all right. That's all that I wanted to try to get to today. Again, if you need something, don't hesitate to reach out. Church Connect is there for you. All the stuff I mentioned, you can give, you can get sermon notes, you can connect with all the things are going to be there on Church Connect today. So don't hesitate. Facebook, YouTube, and reach out if you need anything. All right. Let me pray for you, and we will wrap up for this moment. All right. Father, thank you so much for your goodness. We thank you for your love and grace that you've shown to us. Thank you for the blessings that you continue to pour out on our lives. Thank you for the warmth that we enjoy right now and for the safety so far in the storm. Clearly, Lord, we don't know what will come from all of this, but we know that you're already working on our behalf and we can trust you. You have proven trustworthy. And so, because of that, we know that whatever comes our way is for your good and your glory. And you have been kind enough and gracious enough to make that for our good as well. So help us today. Be with the church family. Keep them safe. Watch over them. Develop us all in the grace that you've shown to us. Pray for those that'll be working out today, trying to get houses cleared up, driveways clean. God, protect folks. Watch over them. And we'll trust you with all of this. And we love you, Lord. Thank you for loving us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, folks. We'll be in touch later. If you need something, reach out. Keep an eye on all the social media stuff. There'll be some things posted, and we'll talk to you later.